Welcome to my presentation on climate change, a comparative analysis of communication in the United States and Sweden. We'll explore how those two regions perceive, portray, and communicate efforts to fight climate change. Let's dive into the similarity and difference in how those regions address one of the most pressure global change. Let's begin by defining climate change. It's a long-term shift in temperature and weather pattern primarily caused by human activity. To put this into perspective, global temperature averaged 1.1 degrees Celsius since pre-industrial level, and human released 37 billion metric tons of CO2 annually. This graph showed a steady temperature rise from 1880 to today, with contributing factors like cars, factories, and deforestation playing a major role. Understanding those basics will form our discussion on communication strategy. Now let's compare the two regions. The US is known for high emission, polarized view on climate change, and slower adoption of renewable. In contrast, Sweden has relative low emission, strong public support, and government commitment to sustainability. Look at this graph here per capita emission. In the US are 14.7 metric tons compared to just 4.3 in Sweden. Similarly, renewable make up 54% of Sweden's energy use compared to only 20% in the United States. Those differences significantly influence how each region commissions climate action. In the US, public view of climate change are often polarized, with climate activity calling for urgent action and skeptics question its severity. Campaigns like Save Our World emphasize the urgency of the issues, while companies like Tesla focus on sustainability through innovation such as electric vehicle. There is an example of Save Our World and Tesla car showcasing those green branding. Those efforts reflect the diversity of messaging with the US. In Sweden, over 80% of the population believe in immediate climate action, which create an unified approach. Companies like Fossil Free Sweden emphasize collaboration and optimism, while politics like Sweden's net zero emission targets by 2045 showcases strong governmental commitment. There is a poster from the Fulfill Free Sweden initiative and infographic showing the country impressive progress toward renewable energy use. When comparing visual message, the US often used fear-based images such as wildfire pair with slug-like act now. Sweden, on the other hand, leans toward optimist future solar power communicate. This side-by-side comparison highlighting how those approach evoke different emotional response and encourage action in distinct way. Company play a big role in communicating climate solution. In the US, brands like Tesla and Patagonia focus on sustained branding using their product to inspire individual action. Meanwhile, Swedish company like IKEA take a systematic approach incorporating sustainability through their entire product life cycle. There is a Tesla ad showcasing solar roof and a company from IKEA highlighting how those make sustainable living accessible to everyone. On the political from the US showcase fragmentation with states often leading climate initiative due to inconsistent federal politics. Sweden by contrast has a uniform approach recognized globally for his climate leadership. This information compare key policies highlighting the contrast between the two regions approaching the government-led action. Public farming also differ in the US. We see on the vibe narrative from a movement like Fridays for Future to the nine group opposing climate action. In Sweden, grassroots activism is led by a figure like Greta Thunberg, whose climate strike has empowered youth worldwide. Those are examples of hashtag trending in both regions and an image of Greta leading one of her iconic climate protests. To conclude, the US has significant room for improvement in creating unified messaging and strong federal leadership on climate change. Sweden, while already a global leader, has the opportunity to amplify its influence by sharing best practice on a large scale. On this slide, you can see example of how those regions are progressing from community solar initiative in the US to Sweden advantage is renewable energy. Thank you for your attention. Now I would love to hear from your thought and question. Let's discuss this topic further and explore how communication strategy can inspire global climate action.